Hey everyone, welcome back. Today is day 2 of my 30-day FAANG grind, and I'm solving 6 to 10 LeetCode problems daily, breaking each down on video and sharing them with you here. I'm Divya, by the way. I have interned at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where my area of focus was on machine learning and statistics. Globally, I am at 0.2% on LeetCode, and I'm aiming for FAANG interviews like most of you all here. Yesterday, we crossed some sliding window basics, and today we are diving into two-pointer techniques, which is absolutely critical for FAANG interviews. We will also make some sliding window variations to keep flexing those pattern muscles. By the way, if you find my video helpful, please drop a like, share it with your friend who is grinding too, and please hit that subscribe button so that we can crack these interviews together. Let's get started. So today, this is problem number 6 for day 2. Problem number 88 on LeetCode, and it is merge sorted array. So the problem states that we have been given two arrays. Actually, let me take you directly to the dashboard and I'll explain you there. Okay, that sounds good. So the problem says that we have been given two array which are sorted, nums1 and nums2, and we have been given two different integers, m and n. M is linked with nums1, n is linked with nums2. M says this, M specifies the size of nums1 up to this point, and n specifies the size of nums2 up to this point. We have to merge these two sorted array into nums1, okay? Which means we have to merge nums2 into nums1, and the actual length of nums1 will then become m plus n, okay? Which is pretty evident as you can see over here. So how do we solve this problem? We solve it using two pointer techniques, and I will walk you through exactly how that is done. So the first pointer, I'll point to the end of nums2, and the second pointer, I'll point to the nums1, okay? And I will ask, hey, the value, since I have to merge into nums1, element at this level are my primary element, okay? So I'll be making comparison to them. I'll ask from here, hey, is 3 greater than 6? And the answer is no. 6 is greater than 3. So where will 6 go? 6 will go to the last point over here, right? We replace that with 6 and we decrement a pointer over here, right? We again ask, hey, is 3 greater than 5? The answer is no. 5 is greater than 3. In that case, our pointer, this one, will move over here and it will replace 0 with 5, and this pointer will go over here, okay? I ask myself again, hey, is 3 greater than 2? And the answer is yes. In that case, 3 will leave that place and it will go over here, okay? And it will become 3. And this pointer, it will come back to here, okay? Now notice that we have not replaced 3. The 3 is still there, right? And this pointer currently, it is at this spot, and that pointer is at that spot. We ask ourselves, hey, is 2 greater than 2? And the answer is no, it is equivalent to. In that case, what we do, we simply move this 2 and place it at this spot where 2 was, where 3 was, okay? And in that way, we have accomplished our objective. Let us go to the code, and it is a pretty simple and straightforward code. It should not be an issue. We start with two conditions, a single conditions compounded with two different events. The first is m should be greater than 2. The second should be m is greater than 2. And I ask, hey, the last element at nums of 2, as here, is it greater than the last element at nums of 1? If that is the case, please place it at the last of nums of 1, okay? And then decrement that pointer as we did over here, right? Otherwise, if nums1 element is greater, then please place nums1 element at wherever that pointer takes me to, okay? That is what I'm doing over here. And once that is done, please decrement the pointer at nums1 by 1, something that I did over here, right? Which is done over here. So this loop will go on and on and on until either of these conditions fails. But once this condition fails, there is a separate condition. What if all the elements in nums1, what if they were actually greater than all the elements present in nums2? In that case, all the elements of nums1, let's suppose we had 3 elements in nums1, all those 3 elements will be shifted forward, and these 3 spaces will remain vacant. And these three spaces will have to be filled with elements from nums2. So that is what we are doing over here. If n is greater than 0, we are asking, after breaking this condition, we are asking, hey, if n is still greater than 0, it means our pointer in nums2 has still not exhausted. It is still somewhere from 0 to 2. Okay. So in that case, please place all those elements of nums2 at all those places in nums1. And that is what I'm doing over here. And once that is done, I'm gradually decrementing the pointer of nums2 and -1. Okay, so that is all there is to this code. The time complexity, as you can see, it is just linear, and space complexity is constant because we are not either occupying any space, nor we are creating a different array, nor we are returning anything. Okay, let us move back to the LeetCode dashboard where we will try to submit this problem and see how it goes. I've already written and submitted this solution. So I will simply copy and paste my code and I will try to execute this thing. And as you will see, it gets accepted, which is what we want, right? So yeah, that is all there is to this problem. Nothing serious. It was pretty easy problem anyway, okay? But it gave us an insight into two pointers into much more depth. It might be a little tricky for newbies, but again, with practice, you will gradually get to learn a lot more about how all those movements are made, okay? I will pay this question might be easy tag, but again, I will pay emphasis, especially for people starting to pointers. Please investigate this problem a bit more and try to understand how am and are how am and an are gradually decreased or increased. Okay, actually, it is not getting increased anywhere, it is just getting decreased. Okay, so yeah, so I will see you in next problem, which is problem number 26. Catch up